Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Life Transformation Podcast. I'm your host, Leo, and today I'm joined by Luke Weaver, aka LW Lifting Club. Thank you so much for taking the time, Luke, and welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me, Leo. It's a pleasure to meet you, man. Been seeing you killing it on Instagram, and it's been really cool to watch your journey to see you get to where you're at. And it's just an honor to be talking to you, man.
Yeah, the same, the same. I mean, it's you, you are definitely further ahead than me physique-wise. I can say that confidently, but I've definitely done some progress myself. But I always like to follow other people that can give me inspiration, and yeah, yeah. You seem to be locked in, so it's great.
I try, man. I've had a nice flow state at this point. It took a while to figure out after a lot of trial and error of like cutting too hard or gaining too much. I feel like I finally found my equilibrium here, so that's been nice.
Ah, that's great. I'm working on
A
it.
lot of trial and error, man, but
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
get there. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and we were just talking. Yeah, you just did your lifting session this morning, basically. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yep. Just hit
Yeah.
my second shoulder day of the week. It might not be the most optimal way to be going about lifting, but I want big shoulders, man. You got to do what you got to do. So yeah, just some overhead presses, upright rows, rear delt um, rows, and some good old shrugs. So yeah, hopefully looking pumped enough for for you on here.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Looking huge. Definitely. I mean,
Appreciate you, man.
I've been working myself on trying to get. I felt like most of my life I've been quite narrow in the shoulders, so I have been working on trying to build shoulders as well. So I'm at a better place than I was before, but it's of course basically with arms and shoulders they can never be too big, kind of almost. So
No, no,
that's
we're all going for the comic book look there. Yeah, like can never be
yeah,
too big. I've never heard someone complain about having too big of arms. So yeah,
yeah.
that's always the goal.
Yeah, yeah. So myself, yeah, I did a push day this morning.
Nice.
So yeah, for me it's yeah. Basically, right now I'm actually not doing any conventional bench press, but I actually do
Okay.
a chest press machine, and then I do quite a lot of incline pressing with dumbbells, and I do
Nice.
incline flies with dumbbells. And now I'm trying to target all
Goaded
the
movements.
yeah, and then I'm trying to target all the sides of the shoulders, right? So I do lateral raises, but I also do shoulder presses, and I do face pulls, and
Oh, heck yeah,
also some rear flies sitting down. Yeah.
love
So
it.
I'm
Nice.
trying to target a bit of everything. I do
Yeah,
some tricep as well. Yeah, some push downs.
nice.
Yeah.
These shoulders are crazy, man. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those muscles like you can see it from any angle, like chest you can only see from the front, back like just from the back, but like if you got some big shoulders and you're three-dimensional with it, like you're big from all angles. So yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, gotta tackle them, man.
Yeah, so for me, I've worked mostly with just side delts for a long time. So basically lateral
Mm,
raises till I go crazy. But now I'm focusing more on getting some of the depth as well because I feel that's what I'm missing on that side, right? But
nice. Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
So I have prepared a few questions for you, and
Yeah,
because I'm definitely interested in your story, so I guess that's mostly why we're doing this. But then, and then at the end, I will also open up if you will have some more questions for me, so that we can get into that too, right?
sounds
But I
good.
guess as a first one, I just wanted to ask you to share about your weight journey because I've seen your own progress. I think you lost about 90 pounds. Is that right?
Around 90, yeah. I
Yeah.
so my highest recorded weight was 288. And
Yeah.
I say recorded because I was probably more. And I think one day I was just like, I need to buy a daggone scale. So, like, leading up to this scale coming in the mail, I was like, all right, I can't be like, I got to try to lose a little weight before this thing comes in. And I weighed myself and I saw the number 288 pounds. I was like, holy cow. Like, I even looked up, like, what kind of animals weigh that much. And apparently, like, a baby wildebeest weighs 288 pounds. I was like, dang it. I'm a baby wildebeest. Leading up to that, though, I
Yeah.
mean, like childhood, I was a pretty big kid. Like I would get bullied for being like the fat kid, and
Same,
then that
same,
affected
same.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it just affects you, and it honestly sticks with you. Like kids are going to be kids, but it's just one of those things that just kind of like leaves a long lasting impression. But around middle school, I leaned out. That's kind of when like girls became an interest. Like, man, if I want to have like a chance with like this person that I find attractive, I need to better myself a little bit. So leaned out, was leaned through um, like middle school, high school, college. I fluctuated, and then post college just really blew up. Like I think I went from like I think I got married at around 225 pounds, and then I was up to close to 290, probably pushing 300 and I'm 5'8". Like I don't have a big frame. So
Yeah.
it was a sloppy around 290. And then a lot of that came from just like I was big into the craft beer world.
Okay.
So like those things, they don't come with nutrition facts. So you're just taking like a couple of these to the dome, not realizing you just consumed like a million calories. And with that just comes like just eating wrong things and missing workouts because like you're too hungover, fatigued, and just like alcohol just kills natural testosterone levels and ups estrogen levels. So it was just in a bad place. And yeah, about 4 years ago, I just had a realization. I was like, my lifestyle is not conducive for what I'd want for myself or my family. Um, so I knew I had to hang up drinking. So I quit that just cold turkey. Um,
Wow, amazing.
and
Yeah.
yeah, tomorrow's actually 4 years since I had my last drink. So yeah, we're
Wow.
talking on the eve of my 4 year no drinking.
So
But
should I be careful with saying congratulations too early? Or?
no, no.
Okay, okay, good, okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm basically about to have my bachelor's degree in not drinking.
Ah,
But
that's great. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Cool.
once I nixed that, and it just pounds have started coming off, and I started lifting way more often. I do jujitsu, so
Oh, cool.
leading up to that, I was able to just go harder in the gym with rolls and everything. So uh, during that time, I just things that helped me was like I know this can be a little triggering for people sometimes, but like just weighing yourself every day. Like I know some people they don't like to see that number like go up a little bit after it's been going down, but it was nice to recognize like, hey, I'm on a steady track down. Um, Weight just naturally fluctuates. That's just life, and you find that out when you're doing that. But yeah, weighing myself every day and recording it and just watching that number go down was just such a motivator, especially when things physically didn't look like they were changing. Um, so like if I looked at myself, I was like, man, like I've been putting in all this work. I feel like I'm not physically changing much, but if I can like look at that scale and see that the number's slowly going down, that was just a huge motivator that to know I was on track. Um, I would say 4 years ago, when I first started, it took about like a year and a half to get to roughly where I wanted to be
Mhm.
aesthetically. And then from there, it's just been trying to dial in what works as far as training, diet. Like within that year and a half, I think I'd gotten down to like 195. And then about 2 years ago, I really tried to push for a cut. I was just like, let's just see what happens. Like let's just really give this a go. And I got down to 182,
Oh, wow.
and
Wow.
I, I
Okay.
was I was peeled, but man, I wanted to die. I was just like, I was like, this sucks
Yeah.
so bad. Like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, I don't compete. I'm just doing it out of like, I don't know, some weird compulsion. But um, yeah, I got down to 182 and I just felt weak and depleted. Again, shredded, but I was just like, this is not worth it. So that's what I say when it's just like dialing in like what you want to do. Like, do I want to go way down? Do I want to be a little bit bulkier? or do I want to be somewhere in the middle? And I feel like I've found my sweet spot finally, right in the middle here, where I feel energized and I feel like I can build muscle and recover pretty well without just the the nonsense of like social situations like, oh, I can't eat that, I can't eat this. Like, I'm not a bodybuilder, so whatever at this point it's just whatever's sustainable,
Yeah.
like I don't
Yeah.
need to be. Yeah. So, and that's why I tell anybody that reaches out, I'm like, look, don't try to cut too hard. Like, speaking, like, learn from my mistakes, find a nice sustainable sweet spot where you can enjoy life. You can crush workouts, still look good, but maybe not as peeled as you want to be. But it's a balancing act, especially like if you're just like a natural lifter like
Yeah.
myself. Like you don't have that outside like androgens coming in to like pick up the pieces of low T from being at such a low body weight. Like you need some body fat to be able to perform, not in just the gym, but just life in general.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I will guess from what I've seen on your pictures, I mean, you are maybe at like 12, 13, something, or body fat. I don't know.
oh, I
Maybe
don't know. I've never checked.
I
Yeah,
never.
well,
Okay, yeah, maybe even
yeah.
less. I don't know, but I mean, you look very lean.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like if I did check, it would just be one of those things where like I just hyper fixate on.
Ah, okay, okay,
Like I would
okay.
check 1 month, be like, all right, I know I'm here. All right, us check next month, and then if it's like higher, I'm gonna, I don't know. I know me. I've
So
got enough. I
it's
got enough
better
numbers
not
that I
to
work
know.
with.
Better not
Yeah,
to know. Yeah. No, because I've seen that you track your macros pretty closely, and of course you track your lifting and all of that. Yeah. But
yeah,
it's interesting. So right now you weigh somewhere below 200, I guess, right? Still, or
yeah. This morning I was 194. So
194. Yeah.
yeah, but it's weird, man. Like yesterday I was 196.
Hmm.
I had 3,000 calories yesterday, and then this morning I'm 194. I'm just like, what is going? Why do I fluctuate so hard? And people ask me like, why is there such a difference? But I don't know if
It's
like,
hard to explain. Yeah. And
yeah,
but it's actually that's one point I wanted to touch on because you said two things which I wanted to relate to me, I guess. But the scale thing, I had the same experience that I was when I was at my heaviest. I didn't really want to weigh myself, right?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so that's where you get. But so my highest weight is an estimate, but I actually think I probably was even a few kilos or pounds more than what I estimate what my
hmm,
highest was. But I've estimated my highest I was at 210 kilos. That's like 463 pounds.
oh wow,
Yeah, yeah. So I've been a big dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
that's incredible. What? I'm sorry, like
No,
keep
yeah,
going. I'll save some questions for
yeah.
you.
No, no, no worries. Yeah, but and then I mean so at my lowest, I got to somewhere where you are now. I was about 194, I think, something like that. Yeah,
Okay,
193, 194.
nice.
That was my lowest weight. Right now about 230, something like that. I've gained some weight back, some muscle, some fat. So I do have later this year still another cut planned to cut a little bit away. I think for me probably a sustainable weight long term will be somewhere around 210. I think that is some
Yeah,
that's realistic for me that I can feel okay with, and it's yeah, yeah,
yeah. Still feel
um,
good.
yeah,
You like the look. Yeah, that sounds like your sweet spot. Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So that's kind of what I'm going at, but 210 pounds, not kilos. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Bulk, right?
so
Oh man.
there is a little bit difference there in between, but yeah, yeah. So, but when it comes to the weighing yourself, that's interesting because I have a completely different approach from you. So I've
Oh
actually
yeah.
basically almost throughout the whole journey, I've only been weighing myself once a month.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That
Would
has
it be
worked for
kind of
me.
like
But yeah.
would it be kind of like an event for you? Like you'd be like, all right, this is what I weighed here, and then my goal is to be like this much under the next time I weigh myself, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I this helped me for one, not stress too much about these fluctuations day to day because I have tried that before. I've tried
Hmm.
before weighing myself all the time, and it was stressing me out mentally too much. And then, but also it helps me focus on doing the work. For me, I just know, okay, that's where I want to be by that date. Okay, let me just put my head down and just work and
Yeah,
not focus on the scale until then. And then when I have the result, okay, yeah, yeah. But it worked pretty well for me. But yeah,
yeah. I mean, I'd say.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
Thank
is
you. That,
funny, like just how like what works for different people.
yeah.
Like that obviously worked for you really well.
So I don't have
I
anything against your method because that's also what many
Yeah,
people recommend, right? Because it's a good thing to have your measurements often, but then look at the trend instead of looking at each individual measurement. So that's what most coaches recommend what you're doing, right? So there's nothing wrong
yeah,
with that. That's an approach that works for you, and I've had to find what works for me mostly mentally, right? And
yeah, yeah.
you were talking about sustainability, and that's part of it. I mean, people need to find routines that work for them. So
Hmm.
it's not like I don't think that copying exactly what someone else does is going to help you much.
Yeah.
You know, you need to
Yeah.
find what fits your lifestyle and your
Yeah,
goals.
exactly. Yeah, we're all different. We all respond in different ways. We all have different histories with like that kind of thing. So just whatever works. At the end of the day, like if it works for you and you're on trajectory to get to where you want to be, then that like who am I to say that that's the wrong way to do it? But
Yeah,
when you were weighing yourself month after month, like what was the amount typically each month going down?
yeah. I was averaging something like 11 pounds per month, something like that.
11 pounds a month.
Yeah, uh,
Wow.
yeah.
At
I
which
w-
month mark would you say you noticed the biggest change?
uh, I mean, the biggest changes started to be visible when I was getting closer and closer to an acceptable weight, if you know what I mean. So I guess when I was like below maybe 250 pounds, below 260, 250 pounds, that's when you saw bigger changes, even though if they were
Yeah.
not bigger on the scale, they were bigger
Hmm.
visually. Because when you weigh 460 or 445,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It just yeah, it just
yeah,
disperses.
you're still the same guy. It's not like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
What was that
you also know.
discouraging for you at first? Like, were you like, man, like physically, I don't see a whole lot, but like I know I'm on the right track. Like the numbers are going down.
Yeah, I mean, I will use stuff that I will also try to find things that could motivate me, right? So even just yeah, being able to change holes on your belt, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And having to buy new belts. I had to buy quite a few new belts along the way.
I believe it. Yeah,
Uh,
whole new wardrobe. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the small wins are kind of what there's something that keep you going, and then yeah, I mean, we're going to get into some more of the, I guess, mentality behind it because I'm curious about your side of that as well. But before we go more into the mentality thing, I actually wanted to ask you, like, practically, uh, what was the biggest part of your change besides cutting beer? Like, how did it look for you?
So
Me-
I say again, what was the biggest part of my change?
Besides cutting the beer and alcohol, because you said you've done that, right? But then, what else? Like, how do your routines look to get to where you're at? I mean, like.
Yeah. So other than cutting out alcohol, um, I mean, with that, you're able to show up in the weight room more consistently. So, I mean, my background was wrestling and inconsistent lifting. So, um, now I was able to, I mean, I don't wrestle anymore, but being able to do jujitsu more effectively and being able to more consistently work out, um, that was part of the like big factors that I was able to make the change with. Um, I diet wise, like I would prioritize protein more. Just nix like mindless eating. Like I was just a big like, especially if I was drinking, like just a big binge eater. Um, I would still on occasion, like if I hit some kind of milestone, like oh I'm down 10 pounds, like let's celebrate with like I don't know, just some nonsense.
Hmm.
But uh, just I don't know, just seeing the results coming from showing up in the gym more often and finding a form of cardio that I enjoyed. Like I was never like I'm okay with running now, but I'd always like running to me growing up was a punishment. Like oh, you
Yeah.
gotta like you did bad at the wrestling match, or you did bad at the like a football game or lacrosse game. It's like all right, go do sprints. I don't mind it now, but finding a form of cardio that I enjoyed, which was jujitsu, and I've got this little like stationary row machine that I enjoy.
Cool.
Um, if anybody hasn't tried a row machine yet, you got to try it. It's sneaky. It makes you feel like you're doing like a back workout. It awakens like some kind of weird blood memory of your ancestors just like taken to the open sea. But yeah, that stuff helped a lot. And then just encouragement from friends and family. Like
Mhm.
my wife was a huge motivator for me to get healthier, and she was just always encouraging, just like you're doing great, you look great, you're doing the right thing. um, and then friends take notice and they start encouraging you and want to partake as well. Like a lot of my friends, like I wouldn't say it's exactly because of me, but like when I started this journey, like a ton of my friends were big drinkers, and now a lot of them have either cut back or quit altogether. Um,
You probably did have quite a lot of influence there. Maybe you,
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
maybe
they're just like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like wow, this guy.
you don't want to take the credit. I get that,
Yeah.
but you probably did have an influence on that, right?
Well,
So
it makes me
keep
wonder, like,
going.
was I influencing them to drink in the first place? Like, what they it's like, was it all me? Did they all not want to drink? Like, all right, fine, Luke stopped. Like, we can hang it up. We're good. But
Yeah, I like to look more on the positive side of the
yeah,
equation.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then once I just got down, I'm just I don't know. I just don't want to go back. Like as you know, it's just such an emotional ride. Like people don't unless you've been there, people don't get it.
Yeah.
Like the person that we think back on that we like ran away from, like that was still us. Like that big guy is still you.
Mhm.
So I just try to be kind to myself. Um, have a sense of understanding that that was a phase of life, and what you and I, Leo, have gone through, like we can help others with. So it all works out. It's all in God's plan. Um, but yeah, and now it's just keep on keeping on. You just keep doing the right thing day after day. I would say that ever since I started this account about 4 months ago, like I've been the most like sustainably like fit, just like the right weight. Like usually I'm fluctuating anywhere from like 5 to 10 pounds, but um, I don't know. I forget who requested it of me, but to start tracking macros and posting it. I had never done that. Like my whole
Okay.
4 years trying to lose weight, I had never tracked anything. So
Mhm.
I was like, you know what, fine. Like let's give this a whirl. But it's way easier than I thought, and I hit around like between like 2,800 to 3,000 calories a day is like roughly where I try to keep things at, and it's insane, man. Like I never really considered how much of a difference, just no matter what it is. Like I could fill the last 500 calories of my day with zebra cakes,
Mhm.
and I'll still be exactly where I want calorically, maybe not physically, but like weight wise. But it's just made a huge difference. So anybody that asks me for tips on weight loss or maintenance or whatever, I always tell them that something that I wish I did sooner was count calories.
Mhm.
And I don't really check the other macros. Like I try to hit at least 200 grams of protein, but I'm not like, oh, I need this much carbs or fat
Mhm.
needs to be here. It's just I look at calories and I look at protein, and
Same.
I wish I did that. Yeah, I wish I did that so much sooner.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
so
stupid easy. It's not hard.
yeah, exactly. I mean, again, that's interesting where people have maybe different approaches, right? But I saw that you track exactly because I've seen you post
Yeah.
your macros, and for me, just like you're saying, I focus on the total calories and the protein, but I
Hmm.
don't like track them to the single one. I kind of have
Yeah.
my I know the range where I'm at, and yeah. So right now I'm somewhere around 3,000 calories as well per day,
Nice.
something like that. But I'm going very high protein at the moment because I am trying to replace fat with muscle as much as possible, basically. So right now I've been on about 270 grams of protein per day. So yeah,
270 grams.
yeah,
Nice. Heck
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What's
So
your what are your favorite foods for getting protein in?
I mean, honestly, like less than half comes from food, and the other half or a bit more comes from protein powder. That's the way it is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I do use a lot of whey isolate powder because it's low calorie, high protein,
Hmm.
easily
Yeah.
digestible, and all of that, right?
Absolutely.
And then for the rest, it's mostly just meat, and it's yeah, either chicken or beef most of the time. Yeah. So
Dude, it's
yeah,
insane how much protein's in chicken. Like before, until I started tracking, I would like log. I would just eat it. Just like, all right, here's some protein. But now I log in my like my Fitness Pal. I just had 7 ounces of chicken, and it's like 40 grams of protein. I'm like, holy crap! That's why don't I just eat this all the time? But yeah,
yeah, and that's kind of what some bodybuilders do, right? They do eat chicken all the time, but
yeah, yeah, man. Those little dinosaurs, man. They just be packing protein. It's insane.
yeah,
I don't know where they keep it. There's little birds running around, but I'll take it. You know, that's God's gift to bodybuilders to to munch on.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So I think practically we got an idea like of what you've been doing, but you've touched a little bit on your yeah getting support from your family and friends and all of that. So that's interesting. And because my next kind of question was like, what is your main drive or motivation, right? What keeps you going when you have hard days? What's the picture you have in front of you, like of what you want, right? That keeps you motivated. Um, yeah, it's a good
I
question,
don't. Yeah, no,
right?
no. That's a great question. Um, I would say it's less of what's motivating me. It's more like I've just dedicated myself to it. Like I don't even like think about it. Like at nighttime I set my alarm for 3:30 in the morning every evening, and like I don't dread it. It's at this point it's just like a machine. Like alarm goes off, I get up, drink my little banana, 2 tablespoons of instant coffee and protein, and I just get down here and I get to recording and lifting. So I think it's just the momentum of what I've built up. There might be a sprinkle of fear,
Hmm.
just of like just trying to the fear of going back,
I
you
know.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like just a sprinkle of that. Not a lot, but I would say in my subconscious that might be a bit of a factor, but mostly it's just like I think Arnold Schwarzenegger said it. Like it's like brushing your teeth. You're not going to go a day without brushing your teeth. I'm not going to go a day without lifting. It just so happens to be easiest to do it in the morning for
Yeah.
me.
Me too. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. While the world's quiet and there's much less distractions, which is another thing I tell people to do is to start work. Like it's tough at first, but if people want to stay consistent, I say set that alarm for an extra hour early and just get down and do it. But I also have a kid now.
Mm,
My daughter, she just turned 1, and
cool.
it's just I don't know. Like I just I mean, I don't want her to be impressed by her boyfriend's 225 bench press in the future. I know, like the goal is to always be one step ahead of any future significant other of hers between lifting and jujitsu. Like, I don't want to be feared, but just like respected
Expected.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be some dad with a daughter. So it's
Yeah.
I would say that's also a driving force of me doing what I'm doing. But
Makes complete sense. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
your daughter's potential suitors should definitely respect you.
unless I fall off, yeah. But yeah, it's funny, man. Well, I mean, just I guess even just starting this account 4 months ago, I've never had more people um, reach out for like even just in my personal circle, reach out for like fitness advice or me putting something together for them. So, and that includes just like direct family. Like I put something together for my mom recently that she's been doing, and now even my wife's been lifting more often with me. And
Cool.
it's been cool. We come down here in the evening, we bring our daughter down, and I just think it's important for a kid to see their parents like work hard and work out. And my daughter, she stands under the pull up bar and like reaches up, and I'm like, no freaking way. So I pick her little body up, put her up to the bars, and dude, she does it. Like they're assisted, but I feel her pulling, man. So I think it's just one of those things like you just start them early and they stick with it. Like I've got fond memories of lifting with my dad when I was in like elementary school. So I just want the same for her and to have that um, stick with. So she might be bigger than her boyfriends. So we'll see. Yeah.
So she doesn't even need to call you for backup. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just help to bury the body. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool. Giving the example to the kids, I think it sounds amazing because I think I mean, if there is one thing that I know for sure is that kids do what they see and know what they are told, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They're
kids
little
will do.
sponges, man. It's
Yeah,
insane. Yeah.
yeah. You can tell them all kind of stuff, but they will do what they see you do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like we've got these little magnet things that open drawers that are child proofed, and like if we leave one of those at like eye level for her, she'll take one and just like try to open that drawer with it. It's some like weird like Jurassic Park Velociraptor trying to open a doorknob type thing. I'm just like, what the heck? Okay. But yeah, they just absorb the world around them. It's super cool though, man. I mean, I never really thought about what it'd be like to be a dad, but it's just way cooler than I ever could have thought it would be. But do you have any kids, Leo?
No, no, and I guess this connects to the question, but yeah, for me, that's kind of still building a family is kind of still my motivation, what I still want to do, right? So,
Beautiful.
I'm not getting any younger. I'm 38 now, so yeah. And for a few years ago, when I was at my biggest, I had completely given up on all of this stuff,
Really?
basically. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I got at my biggest. I was always a big guy, but when I got at my heaviest, it was just kind of me really not, yeah, yeah, not seeing a
Just
future
got
in front of me, right? And just living
yeah,
day by day and just kind of letting go of the consequences of just enjoying,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
unfortunately, when you're a guy with a big appetite, that leads to that leads to getting that heavy. But yeah,
Would you say
so
that was your number one motivator?
that's my
Like, because
number.
I wanted to, yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, what made you want to do the make a full 180 from where you were at to where you are now? Was that it?
Mostly, yeah. I think there were a couple of things. Because there are different levels to this, right? Like
Hmm.
losing a first bit of weight was mostly just gaining back some more mobility. I have injuries in both knees, so yeah, I had a hard time walking at the time as well, and yeah, and now I recently walked a few marathons actually.
Dude,
So
yeah. So you got what, like 60,000 steps in the other day?
yeah, yeah.
6 times the daily recommended. That's
Yes.
nuts. That's probably as many steps as some people get in a whole lifetime, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy that I'm able to do that now, right?
Good.
So that was definitely one part of the motivation, right? Being able to move around because I was losing that. I know yes, there is the use it or lose it kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I had to get moving. I had to do something, right? But yeah, but number one on the list is still the fact that I kind of I mean, before even starting with diet and exercise, I had to work on myself emotionally, and yeah, I saw a therapist for a while, and working through my own issues, and yeah, um, I had to convince myself first that I could achieve the things that I wanted, that I could, for example, find someone and build a family, even where I was at then. That was step one. So
yeah,
step one was like, okay, this is, even though it's very unlikely, it's possible. So
yeah,
that's the first step. Just kind of, and that's kind of a self-love in a way, right? That you can say to yourself, you know what, this can happen for you.
yeah. This can happen, and this can happen for me.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
and
I'm sure you saw it happen for a lot of other people, and you're like, why not me? Like,
yeah,
I hated the list of people that did it.
yeah, and it's a bit still like that.
Yeah,
but 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 yeah, I've created a better situation for myself now, definitely than earlier. But
nice.
yeah, I do have the drive, and it comes partially because of me, without pointing any fingers, but I didn't have a great childhood myself, right? So
Mm.
and that kind of makes me want to give that to someone else, right? So I have that internal drive to do that. So,
That's
but yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, not awesome about the rough childhood, but awesome
no,
that you want, awesome that you want to provide a good one for your own in the future.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a huge motivator. Um, it sounds like you had a bit of a like a little bit of mental health stuff when you were real big. Um, what have you found as far as like the connection with mental health and physical health and how they work in tangent with one another?
For me personally, it has mostly been that the physical health has been a side effect, right? Has been the result
Okay,
of the mental health not being in check.
I gotcha.
That has been my own experience. But then, of course, they are connected in a way,
Mhm.
because maybe if I never was big to begin with, maybe I wouldn't have had the same problems, right? So you can do the chicken and the egg thing, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can
uh,
dissect it all we want. Yeah, but
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 yeah,
but yeah, my,
there's
my my
certainly.
experience is mostly the mental health has been the main underlying, I guess. Yeah, yeah,
How would you say your mental health is now?
it's better.
Good.
So I don't think anyone is has a perfect mental
No,
health.
no, yet to meet one. Yeah.
So so my honest answer is it's better, but I have my days, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like we think we'll arrive at like just because we're healthier. We feel like we'll arrive at a spot mentally where it's like everything's like right where we want it, you know. But as you said, like we all still have our days. And I don't know. I think that's probably a pretty big just lifter thing too. Like we're all, I mean, if we're all chronically lifting, I feel like we're lifting from something, you know. So, but it helps. It really helps. Yeah, but no, that's really
It's
cool.
definitely a kind of therapy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. But no, that's great that you addressed both. You know, I feel like some people they'll just pick one, but you worked on yourself both mentally and physically, and that's so inspiring, man. Especially for men, dude. Like men are pretty quick to just stuff things deep down, not talk to even close friends about what they're going through, let alone seek out a therapist. But no, that's inspiring, man. That's that a lot of men could really learn from you, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think in today's world, I guess the statistics say that men, I mean, have higher suicide rates, and there is
Hmm.
there is a lot of mental health issues with men, and as you're saying, most of the times we tend to like keep them to ourselves, and
Hmm.
I'm still in that category to some level. I'm not the guy who goes around and necessarily talks about all my problems with everyone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there is a balance to find there, but
Hmm.
yeah, I'm definitely trying to improve myself on several levels, and I have been kind of asking myself the question of who do I need to be a good husband and a good father, right? So
Yeah.
who do I need to be as a man? Uh, right? So I need to be physically and mentally strong. I need to try to be financially responsible, right? And I need to try to be emotionally stable, right? So I think there are different layers to it. So I'm trying to work on all those things. I'm not where I want to be on none of those things, but
Hey, step one is recognizing the things that
yeah,
that you want to meet. So you're on track, bro.
yeah, yeah. So it's always a work in progress.
Yeah.
So how would you say your mental health is? How do you feel about all that?
Man,
Yeah.
it's getting existential on me, Leo.
You asked me
Dude,
first.
yeah, yeah. um, it's been great, man.
Yeah.
Um, I've never felt uh, more loved in my life before. Never felt such a great sense of purpose, mostly from having a kid, you know, like I would say the craziest thing about having a kid is finding out how much love you're capable of. Like you think you love something, and then you've got this little innocent thing before you that you and your spouse created, and
Hmm.
you I don't know, it just hits so different. Um, so I would say leading up to having a kid, mental health was fine, but now it's just like a different kind of dialed in where, as you said, like a man needs to be this and that, and for me now it's a man and father and husband needs to be, as you said, strong physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially stable. um, I don't know, man. I feel like with feeling great purpose comes with um, better mental health, and I think that's just how humans are wired. But no, man, I've been good. I appreciate you asking. I don't feel like men get asked that a whole lot. So when I got asked, I was like, well, dang. Okay.
No, but
Like,
that's a great that's a great answer, and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I just gonna say that I agree 100% about the fact of having some higher purpose. That's kind of what drives us, right? And
Yeah.
so when we are living life like I was day to day, that's when I was at my lowest, right? So when I'm trying to achieve something which is something that I really care about, then that's when my life has a purpose. That's when I'm doing better, right? So it's and yeah, um, I share your view that probably, even though I haven't experienced it yet, but
Yeah, not yet, man. Your day will come, though.
the,
Yeah,
chil-
I'm
the chil-
excited for you,
having
dude.
having children and building a family, I also see that as kind of, yeah, a higher purpose. That's kind of
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, with
I think
very
once, like,
fulfilling, and yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I think just too, like, even if like you don't have kids or a significant other, I mean, just thinking about others just gets you outside of your own head. And once you're outside of your head and thinking about others, that's when more um, just meaningful things start happening that help your mental health. Sometimes the mental health has to take place on the outside of your head, if that makes sense. But
Yeah, it
yeah,
does make sense. It does make sense because
yeah,
it's also like we are generally bad at being our best selves just for ourselves. So
100%. Yeah,
so
yeah.
like so if I have to do things which are just for me, then it's not as motivating. But when you find
Mhm.
something that you're gonna do that's gonna actually have an effect on others, and then
Yeah,
that's when you become
100%.
better, right?
Yeah, yeah. And if you reap the benefits of it too, even
Yeah.
better. So yeah, yeah. No, that's 100% true, man.
All right. So basically, I have two questions left.
Let's hear it.
So one of them, I'm going to tell you both of them, and then you can answer them. And one of them is, if there is anything about yourself or your journey that you would like to share that I haven't asked you. And then the last one, if you still have any more questions about me and my journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you had some great questions. So I feel I'm having a
Thank
hard
you.
time thinking of adding anything else to my journey here.
Oh, I came
Uh,
up with a question myself. What's LW lifting club? Why is it called that?
LW. People like my name's Luke Weaver, so LW. So
I just got it. I just got
yeah.
it. Okay.
People, yeah. Back in wrestling days, people would be like, "Hey, LW," like just like stuff like that. So it stuck, and it rhymed with lifting club. So I was like, I don't know, it sounded good. So I got York Barbell Club. So I'm all about joining clubs, you
Ah,
know.
that's cool.
So yeah, as long as they have good intentions. But as far as things that I could add that you haven't asked me yet, um, I would just encourage others to, I don't know, if they're not doing some form of physical activity and you start doing it, you found out real quick how much of a benefit it has. I mean, I know I work out probably way too much, but I would say even just like in my journey, making that switch from being inconsistent with my workouts to being more consistent, not only with lifting, but just eating better, um, going to jujitsu more often, even starting to run. Um, just the difference that it made in like the impact on your life, your self confidence, your like I know your thing was like mobility. Like even for myself, like just having that extra mobility of not weighing close to 300 pounds. It just felt like gaining a whole new body. So if I just want that for everybody, like if they're not there already, um, I would encourage them to just do something. Doesn't have, as I said, doesn't have to be every day. Doesn't have to be even 5 times a week, but just little things, just little diet changes, just little habit adjustments. I think just goes a long way. But I know that doesn't exactly answer the question, but
No,
it's
no,
just
no,
far
it
as
does.
like
It
input,
does.
just as far as like extra input that I might have, I would say that that's it.
Yeah, and yeah, and what you said is very valuable because making the small changes, that's kind of, I think maybe how we all started in a way, right? Because
one
you
hundred
start
percent.
you start by doing small changes, and then you make bigger and bigger changes a little bit at a
Mm-hmm.
time. So you don't change
Yeah,
everything at once, right? So that has been my experience as well. And then, as you're saying, when it comes to physical activity, when it comes to weight loss, of course, a calorie deficit is what's gonna get you the weight loss, like in the big picture. That's
absolutely.
the most important part. But for me personally, what I've experienced is that training, and I think lifting specifically, gives me the discipline that then I apply to my diet as well,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Because making yourself do hard things all the time, that helps you lock into other stuff. So
yeah.
the training benefits on your mentality in general is huge. So yeah.
It's an absolute ripple effect, man. Like once you start putting in that work ethic, just starting in the gym, as you said, it hits your diet, it hits your social life, your work life. I mean, it really impacts everything. And I would say that that's like the ground zero of that ripple effect is just getting in the gym, working on yourself, working on progressive overload, and just seeing those physical results is just like a metaphor for maybe not so physical results, but just positive results in other aspects of your life too. So yeah, I'm with you, man.
Yeah. All right. All right. So then, is there anything else you would like to know from me?
Yeah. So what were some of the most effective parts of most effective things that you did to get from where you were to where you're at now?
uh, Building routines, right? That has been the biggest part for me, I think. So kind of deciding that you need to have a certain routine about a thing, and it's uh, and also that that routine doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be something that you can keep doing, right?
Just something, yeah.
Yeah. So, and actually, when I started off, I started on more of a kind of a carnivore or keto diet, uh,
Okay.
which is I guess an effective way to start, anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, and then okay, I just knew for a couple of months I did just that, basically just, well, I was basically just eating meat mostly, and that worked to start with because it was anyways better than what I was doing before, and I was not
Hmm.
tracking quantities or anything like that. Just, but it's hard to overeat calories to an extreme amount when you're only doing meat. Yeah,
Yeah, or else yeah, when you already feel full and everything. Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of how I started, right? And then yeah, I mean, I do credit RP Strength for a lot of stuff that I learned.
Oh,
For
they're awesome. Yeah, they have so many tools for anybody, whatever they're trying to do,
yeah,
maintain, gain muscle, lose weight. Yeah, they're awesome.
yeah. So I do watch a lot of their channel, right? I was a guest on their podcast on
Oh,
Spotify
nice.
a few months ago. Yeah, yeah,
I love those guys. Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
So yeah, I talked to Dr. Mike and Nick Shaw on the podcast. Yeah, so it was cool.
Wow,
It was cool. Yeah,
that's awesome.
that
I
was a
gotta
very
watch your
good experience.
episode, man.
Yeah, it's I can send you the link after. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
appreciate it. Thanks.
yeah.
That'll be my daily commute
Yeah,
podcast right there.
yeah. So yeah, I've been following them a lot, right? And I've been taking a lot of advice there about both, yeah, lifting, but also about nutrition. And
Nice.
so I've adjusted my diet then and added in some more, uh, yeah, more carbs and more fiber and yeah, and this and that, and try to
I've
balance
been
it
hearing
out
a
a
lot
bit.
about fiber recently. Like that's like a kind of a hot topic right now.
Yeah,
It's like the
yeah.
new protein. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. No, but I think protein is still gonna be number one. But no,
Yo,
but
I gotta hit my fiber. I gotta hit my fiber goals today, bro.
yeah, no, it has become more. I've seen also in several places it has become more prominent lately. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So I've done changes to my diet, but I also like for me with lifting, I'm actually uh, only doing 3 lifting sessions per week, basically at the gym, and then once a week I also hang from a pull-up bar, which I've installed at home. So I'm trying
Nice.
to build myself up to be able to do pull-ups, but I'm not quite there yet.
Awesome.
So I do quite a lot of hanging, but then yeah. So for me, the 3 days split what has worked for me and
Sweet.
what is sustainable with my schedule. And yeah, so that's what I do. And
Nice.
could I some days maybe do 4 days? Maybe. Can I do it every week? Maybe not. So that's why I kind of find somewhere. Okay, I know that this is something I can do every week. And that's what
Yeah.
I've been asking myself on all fronts, right? Both with diet, with exercise. Is this something I can sustain?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Exactly. Sustainability is key. Like what if you find that sweet spot, that is the biggest hack if you can hold out on that those habits. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
And then the variable when I've been pushing my limits has been mostly with the walking. Right?
Yeah. Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
60,000.
Yeah.
Is that your high score?
My record is 70 actually. Yeah.
70.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah. So I did that
A
in
week's worth in
it's
one day.
yes. So
It's insane.
I did that in September. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many
So it's tough.
miles is that?
I actually don't know in miles. It was 53 kilometers. So I guess in miles, I don't know, it's 30 something. Yeah. I don't know.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
I guess around 30. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got another question for you.
Sure.
Um, what's something you could tell your like 400-pound self in this state? Like if you right now in this state, like you're about to hop on a Zoom with your old self right after you hopped off with me, what kind of things would you tell Leo?
You're gonna be okay. Yeah.
It's gonna work out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like
Yeah.
those were some words that maybe you needed to hear back then?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good reminder for us to tell others that they're going to be okay. You
Yeah.
know, I don't think a lot of people just hear that, you know, but
I think
we're
that's
going to
the main.
make,
I think that's the
yeah.
main thing. That's the main thing. Just like I really didn't know what was going to happen in my life. I mean, when I was like, yeah, over 200 kilos, I was over 200 kilos for several years, and I was even like kind of, yeah, I didn't know, right? I could have died in my sleep a day just because of my weight, right? Some heart stopped or something, or yeah,
Hmm.
you don't know,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
I really wasn't taking care of myself, so I didn't know I was gonna be all right,
Yeah.
but I do feel confident now that I'm gonna be all right. So
That's awesome, dude.
yeah,
That's huge. Yeah. And just have, I'm sure that that's just like, you're just free from that anxiety that you're probably experiencing before. Just like, man, like I know that I'm kind of a ticking time bomb right now. Like I don't know what could happen. So I'm sure that was a huge motivator for you as well. Just like I'm tired of just feeling like something bad can happen at any point. But did you have a CPAP?
sorry,
Did you have a CPAP when you were big?
a CPAP. Was that?
Yeah, like the like thing that goes over your
Ah,
face while you're
no,
sleeping.
no,
No,
I didn't.
okay,
I probably should have.
yeah.
Uh, I
See,
probably
that
should
that
have,
was
but
one of the best perks of me getting lighter was not having to sleep with the CPAP anymore.
okay,
That
okay,
was
okay, yeah, yeah.
huge. Yeah, I
Yeah,
graduated
I know
from
quite a lot of people use that. Yeah, so I probably should have used it because I think I did have sleep apnea, but yeah,
yeah.
I never actually did use the mask or the thing. Yeah, but
Yeah, part of me kind of misses it. I will say some of the most anabolic sleep I ever had was with that thing,
okay,
but
okay.
it is also nice to just not have like a bunch of tubes attached to you in your sleep. Like I already graduated from the umbilical cord. I don't need one on my face as an adult man. So
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah,
All right, all right. Yeah, so I think we have kind of had a very good discussion and covered a few
yeah,
things.
man. I appreciate you hitting me up. This was really fun. I mean, I always see you in my feed, so it's cool to be able to actually talk to you one on one here and hear your story and get to share some of mine. So yeah, man, you're crushing it. I hope you are reaching out to more people to encourage them and hear their stories. And I'm sure you're just a beacon of light to those around you in your direct circle. Like, man, that Leo guy, he's just locked the heck in. So it's a ripple effect, man. So
Thank you so
it's
much. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah, absolutely.
And thank you for taking the time as well.
Yeah, of
So
course, man.
yeah,
Anytime. Hope we can meet in person sometime, man. I can come out across the pond. We can blast some shoulders together, get some good
sure.
food. But man, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. And I mean, sooner or later, I visited the US once, but I guess I definitely wanna come back at some point. So maybe
Dude, heck yeah. You
I
find
will have
yourself in
to.
Pennsylvania, hit me up.
Yeah, I'll have to swing by Pennsylvania and
That'd be awesome.
check
It's a
out.
nice state. It's we got all four seasons. So yeah, I'm a fan.
Cool, cool. All right. So then, thank you so much, Luke, and I guess thank you so much for everyone for yeah watching and listening to this as well. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you soon again.
Absolutely looking forward to it. Have a good day, man.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Yep,
Bye.
appreciate you, man. Thanks.